Welcome back everyone, it's another video from Electrified 90s and we are going to be talking about the neighbor quest on Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. So, let's bring up the map and I'll show you where I am. So we are currently here and this is where the quest is. It comes up as a notice board, but it is a puzzle quest that's here. So what we're going to do is we are going to attempt to complete that puzzle quest. So let's go into the town. And it's going to start talking about how the villagers are attacking dwarves and
As they
elves
neared
and
Wetterton,
whether we
the
want to
Queen
intervene
ordered her
or not.
company to halt. She then sent men to the town for supplies. Those sent returned more quickly than she'd assumed they would, their satchels empty, their mounts foaming at the mouth.
Your Majesty, the townsfolk have gone right mad. Herded all the elves and dwarves at Market Square. 'Tis a slaughter.
The Queen knew well that if she failed to intervene, the town's streets would flow with non-human blood. Just as she knew her meager force might not subdue an enraged crowd.
So then it gives you the option to intervene or move on without entering Wetterton. So depending on your views on dwarves and elves and what your side is and what you want to do in terms of how you want to proceed through the quest through this gameplay, I chose to intervene and defend the non-humans. So in this case, the elves and dwarves.
What is your command, your grace?
Reynard's question pierced the silence.
What can it be, dear friend?
Answered the Queen, then spurred her mount and rode off towards the town. Her troops followed, running as fast as their legs would carry them. When they passed inside the town gate, they saw corpses lining the gutters. Meve realized she had arrived too late to prevent a tragedy. The crowd was drunk on blood. Its rage would need to be quelled with an iron fist.
Okay, so what we'll see now is it's a puzzle quest. There's special rules, so we need to make sure that we meet this objective in order to complete this card battle. So again, the quest is called Neighbors, and we need to eliminate all foes. We have a custom deck, so no matter how many times you play this scene, you always get the same set of cards. So we're gonna start the battle. So as you can see, we're on the last round, so passing without completing the objective means failure of this quest. So we've got to eliminate all the
foes. Your
foes.
heads bounce down the cobblestones.
And as you can see, you've got 6 angry mob members, and it says every turn on turn start, set this unit's power equal to the number of angry mobs on this row. So it will always be 6 as long as they've got 6 on here. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that any attack we levy against them is at least 6 in strength. So we're going to start off with Wagenburg, where you've got an order to damage all units on an enemy row by this unit's armor amount. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get Wagenburg's armor up to at least 6 in order to get rid of all of those cards.
Reynard, who started this? I must know. So much
as you can see, it keeps refreshing it back up to 6.
We must put a stop to it.
Now we're going to use the war wagon, where it will spawn 2 light infantry beside Wagenburg.
Can't take it anymore.
And as you can see, it's increased the armor up to 3. And now we're going to move 2 of these off the row. And as you'll see, moving them off the row means that the armor doesn't change number. So moving both of them off the row. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move Reynard back onto this row.
Strike the largest clusters. Disperse the mob.
And then it will increase the shield, the armor amount, and then it will allow us to move these 2 units back up again, allowing Wagenburg's armor now to be up to 6. And now we can attack all these villagers.
God save us!
Complete this
There's
quest.
killing everyone! Run for your lives!
And that's how you complete that quest.
Happily, Meve restored order without
And then it
suffering
talks
any
about
losses.
restoring
Reynard
order
then learned that
and
a
all the
nobleman's
villagers
ire
stopping
had triggered the
fighting now.
violence, ire at having discovered a theft.
Suspicion fell on the non-humans he employed. He accused them, they protested, and the row soon engulfed the town. But there's something else, Your Grace.
Reynard gestured towards an aged man who stood grieving, his face in his hands.
I've witnesses who claim the strays of Sparla are the thieves.
Though the tragedy seemed the result of a misunderstanding, justice would have to be served. Those responsible for the slaughter would need to be punished. The question was,
So it talks about
how
going
severely?
to the source of the problem being the strays of Sparla. So I'll upload another video talking about how you defeat the strays of Sparla shortly once I've done the video for that quest. Thank you very much, everyone.